Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is PJ Anderson. I'm from Springfield, New Hampshire. And I'm a pattern designer, template designer, fabric designer, and jack of all trades. But first off, I'm a quilter. And I think that's the most important thing. I know that all of you are here to learn new techniques to bring back to your shops, to sell, because that's the idea of the game, right? You know, pass the bucks, baby. We want to grease our palms with all the money that's coming in. This template will allow you to do both things. People can either use their stash, which we try not to have them use, right? Because we want them to buy new stuff that's coming in. So the first template that I'm going to talk about is called Sweet and Sassy, the Rhombus. Gotta move over here, excuse me. The rhombus quilt is basically the same shape as a diamond, except for it's kicked over. And it is not equal on both sides, or I should say it doesn't have the same two angles on both sides, but the sides are all equal. This is the first quilt that I did called Maddie B's. It is an awesome quilt to do. You can use a lot of fat quarters, and you also use 2 3/4 yards of just background. And we know we like the big bucks when it comes to the background. You want to sell a lot of background fabrics. The nicest part about doing Maddie B's is that once you do this quilt, you get another one at the same time. So she'll hang that up. You get a mini with the leftovers. There's a no-waste template, which is very nice because today we don't want to waste anything that we don't have to. So now that you see those two quilts, I'm going to have them pick out Sarah Bear's quilt, which is done just using the number 3 template. Maddie B's used all 3 templates, 1, 2, and 3. And I will go through that as we go on. This is a great quilt to teach in a class. They can get it done in class if you have a good 6-hour class. That, of course, does not include the applique, but in order to get the basics done so that they understand how everything is done, and today it's quick. They want everything that's going to work quickly for them. So as you can see, and on the boards over here, this is the rhombus. This is called PA1 by Creative Grids. We all know how great Creative Grid rulers are with the non-slip grip on the back. The template works great with a non-slip grip. There's 1, 2, 3 pieces, as you can see from the pieces that are being passed around, that they are nested together, easy to keep, and you get 3 for the price of 1. This is how the template works. The first thing that you do is you cut 2-inch strips. You take your template, you lay it on your 2-inch strip, and you cut your pieces. This is the number 2 template, if we're using number 2 to do Maddie B's. Once you cut your pieces, you're going to sew them together to make a 4-patch. Easy enough, everyone knows how to do that. When you make your pieces, you cut them, then you're going to flip one on top of the other. You're going to place your template on the reverse side and make a dot, and if you please look at your template, you'll see that you have 1/4-inch holes throughout the template. You make a dot right on the seam. On the other side, you take your pin and go right through your dot. Right through one, right through the other side. They do not nest together. So I don't sit there and try to do this because that's not the point. The idea is you marked your 1/4-inch seam and you went right through with your pin. They match up beautifully. You sew it. You take your number 2 template, lay it on top of your 4-patch. You cut it. There's your 4-patch. Would you please hang up Maddie B's again? There's your 4-patch. And when you cut your 4-patch out, you have these 2 little pieces on the side. You do not throw those away. That's what you're going to do your mini with. So you're going to repeat the same process, sew them together, take your number 1 template, cut it. That's what you have. Very, very simple. I'll pass it around right here.
These directions in your pattern? Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'm not gonna remember. Thank you.
It's much easier to talk without a microphone. This is hard, moving around. Yeah, the directions are all in the pattern. Also, the directions to the basics of using the template are on the back side of the packaging. Or I should say on the inside, you'd see it. It works very, very simple. When you're doing the large quilt, you'll have enough pieces, meaning these little pieces here, left over to do 3 minis. So if they want to use one for a tabletop cover, use the other 2 to make pillow shams. There's all kinds of other things that you can do with it. Or a lot of little girls like to have a doll quilt. So it's nice to do this in 30s fabrics. It's stunning in batiks. It looks great in cafe. So it melds very well with all different lines of fabrics. Any questions on CGRPA 1? Okay, we'll move on to the second template that is brand new. And this is the CJRPA.
We're interfering with them next door. They need the mic to be down a little bit. Do you know how to do that?
How do I turn it down? Not use the microphone.
I don't need a microphone. I have a big mouth. She does. You all can hear me, right? I knew that would be fine. This is my latest template. Is to do any 8-pointed star with no Y seams, all strip pieced. I've had a lot of people say, bless you. It is a very, very easy quilt to do. I know it lays flat as a pancake. Most people have the problem where you have, well, there's men in the room, so I won't say too much, but the D cup, just kind of looks like that. So we've been very excited with this new template that comes out. It's done, being an 8-pointed star, it's done in 8 sections with 8 colors. So everything is divisible by 8. I make pies. Like I said, when I bake a pie and I cut a pie for my husband, instead of 8 pieces, he gets 2, half and half. And this is my wonderful husband and my dear friend Dosha from the Quilt Merchant. If you notice, these are pies right here. See where you got a V? Right here, right here? Those are the pies. So you have 8 sections of pies. This also can be done in 3 different sizes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which one is this?
This is the middle one,
Okay.
number 2.